Here's an ad. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wow. So we did have the right dungeon for 61, and it looks like it's item level 214. Black Mage is 255, White Mage is 236, Warrior is 250, Dragoon is 237, Dancer is 252. So 3 out of 5 for me can make it in the first dungeon. $240, you're fine so far. So it's just shy. Just shy. Yeah. I need Dragoon and White Mage. Now, of course, we'll do like a couple of half zones before we hit that, or at least one. And the questing will be handing us gear as we go into that. So getting 2 classes up a few item levels will not be a big challenge. Meanwhile, did we finish? I don't think we finished. I don't remember what the end of the story would be. Which may just be me not remembering things. Yeah, I think we're a quest or 2 off. And we stopped between quests. And we've got that, Warring Triad, Hildebrand, and maybe one other thing, though I think that's it. Yeah, we do. Yes. And let's see. Yeah, stream announcement went out. At least here. Was not announced on Baron's server. You seem to have a lack of people. Inspector Briardian is truly is amazing. Why, he's cracked the case with little more than scattered scraps of evidence. Literally. I can see the connection, but how does this help us deduce the identity of the perpetrator? Yeah, we're like 1 quest off. I think I missed something. Who exactly are we going after? We're in the same boat with you. The life and lies of Father Saturnoi. A satisfied smirk steals across Briardian's face as all the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. Hey, Urka. Before we begin pursuing our man in earnest, answer me this. Can any of you tell me where Ula's copy of Volume 11 currently is? The letters say it was found in Urkenbottom's room, though for all we know, that could be a complete and utter bollocks. Adonia? Rena, I see you've managed to keep your word to Eorzea. Very good. Allow me to enlighten the rest of you. The tome is currently in my possession. Eorzea discovered it in Arkambadan's room and turned it over to us in secret for fear it would fuel the ongoing rumors. Yep, that was the previous part of the story. Now, knowing what you do, it is time to put your minds to the test. What do you surmise is the relationship between our talented writer friend and the thief that lifted the book from Ulla's quarters? Come on, Rena. Come to the wrong conclusion. Oh, go for the wrong conclusion. Yeah. This is so us. It seems you've missed the obvious. If you were to take a moment and work through the facts, you would have noticed the motivation behind the stolen book and letters is the same. It would stand to reason that the No! Can't hear Smudge? Oh no!
Stupid obs changing my defaults when I least expect it. I'm sorry. I've been talking all this time.
Yeah.
Obs is being obstinate again.
Yes. It would be nice if you could get the animated icons back, because then I could see that, you're never tripping off.
Yeah, the reason why I haven't is that they relied on something crucial in Discord, and Discord changed it so you can't do that anymore.
Can't, or just the plugins needed new scripting, and yeah.
Can't. In order to do it, I need to set up a third-party app that ran independently, which I do have. I just haven't had the time to go and do that because I want to get other things off my docket cleared first.
How dare you have other things to do?
Yeah, it's the little app's called PNG Tuber.
Of course.
And you'll have to run your own version of it, and we'll have to get the gap.
Really?
In order to get you.
Yeah.
We'll see how we
Doodles.
can set it up, but I think Veridian is looking at me quite disgruntled.
He's already unhappy enough with you.
I'm sorry! I am not the brightest bun in existence.
Neither of us. It would stand to reason that the perpetrators are either working in tandem or, in fact, are one and the same. Which leads us to our next question. Who would have been able to enter and exit Ulla's room unnoticed? The perpetrator was able to move quickly and not draw attention to themselves in the act, leading me to believe our book snatcher had easy access to all rooms within the dormitory. How, you might ask? Keys. Something only 3 people currently possess. Father Saturninor and the prefects Arkambadan and Eorzea. So one of them is the culprit? But which could it be?
It couldn't be. Could it?
I know! It was Arkambadan! Think about it! That explains why he was so adamant in refusing our help. What sense is there in him stealing the book when the only thing it would serve to do is implicate him in a crime he may not have even committed? And that leaves Eorzea as the only other person aside from the inspector in Ladonia who came into contact with the book and say he's a prime suspect. Certainly is suspicious, but what motive could he possibly have? If only there was a way we could glean the answer. Ladonia, Rena, I hear you possess a great gift, one which you employed to reveal long-hidden truths about our nation. Might you not be able to use this power to shine some light on the matter at hand?
Alas, no. I have no control over it. It just happens.
Yeah, it does not happen on command. So it's not yours to control. I guess that means we'll need to rely on our own wits to obtain the answers we seek. Fortunately, I have an idea of my own, but I'll need your help to see it through. Well then, Theo, let us put this idea of yours into action. Last I heard, Archambaddon and Labrossaw have taken refuge in Zamel Manor. Let's make our way there post-haste. I'll leave it to you to see that the bumblings of those three do not interfere with the final stage of my investigation at the vault. But do not tarry long. With Father Saturnoy throwing his full support behind the petition, Archambaddon has but a few bells before his name is permanently struck from the registry. I shall do what I can to see that the proceedings are delayed, but I cannot guarantee it will buy us all the time we need. Godspeed. I'll see you at the hearing. Enjoy this organ music while you still can.
Its time is coming due.
Yes.
Hello, Ripley. Hello, Doodles. Sorry for
We're in the middle of an
small
investigation that is well above the bun's head.
Yeah. Hopefully my audio sounds better. I haven't touched it since last night. It's a thin hope.
Still sounding good. You're having some cutoff problems on Discord, like before you had troubles. So, yeah, there's that.
Oh boy, someone's getting read the riot act. Crime avoid?
Whatever Theo's brilliant plan is, I certainly hope he took this into account.
Okay.
Again? I wouldn't take this kind of treatment sitting down.
That's good to know, Arca.
Back to where you were before they debacle. Very good.
The Mosa?
Looks like they're at it again. What are we to do?
Nothing. We do nothing.
As you can see, Archambaddon and I are discussing important matters at the moment. If you have something to report, pray return later. No. We're going to be interrupting busybodies.
Because that's what stupid buns do. And we're the picture portrait of them.
Findings. Ha! As if anything you four managed to dig up can help me now. The hearing is about to begin. My fate is as good as sealed. There's still time, Archambaddon. Earlier you pledged your innocence to us. Let us pledge it once more. At the hearing, before one and all, the truth shall speak for itself. The truth? You expect those fools to see the truth when this evidence to the contrary is staring them in the face? How do you think this plan your pea-sized minds have concocted will succeed where Lebresor's best attempts have failed? We will succeed, Archambaddon, for it is not just I that stands with you, but the heroes who brought to light the truth behind our very nation. Yes, there's nothing they have not seen.
I'll just stand here and look wise and pray people don't see through the facade.
Better to keep quiet and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt.
Exactly.
Surely you understand the implications of this, don't you, Labrossaw? Anna and Ladonia have the ability to peer into events of the past. Indeed, it was through their visions that Ishgard's true origins were brought to light. You need say no more. They've already used their vaunted power to see that I was the one behind it all. Yes, it was I that kidnapped Unukalhi. It was I that snuck into the room and stole Volume 11. And it was I that distributed the letters, all so that I might implicate our compadre. How satisfying is it to finally be able to say it aloud? For so long, I've had to plot my revenge in silence and mask my hatred of you with hollow praise and bashful smiles. Lebeswa, what madness is this you speak? You really are oblivious, aren't you? Then allow me to enlighten you. After all the transgressions your family has committed against mine, did you truly think I would remain loyal to you? For centuries your house has humiliated us. It was something we'd come to accept. But when the wall between the nobility and the common class came tumbling down, we were met with the most harrowing truth of all, that our suffering had been for naught. Everything we grew up believing about our status was a fabrication, tall tales spun to keep us complacent. In reality, you're no better than the two broom rats beside you. You never were. It was a terrible realization, and one that also gave me hope that you could be taken down just as any other. That's when I began plotting. Unukalhi's abduction, the letters and the rumors they spurred, all was part of my master plan. To bring shame and dishonor on you and your family as you have mine. I've staked everything, yes, even my very freedom, but it was worth it to give you a taste of our pain. What's more, I bribed the two kidnappers into abducting Unukalhi with money from your purse. And having entrusted the management of your finances to me, you never suspected a thing. Lebeswa, I can only imagine the pain you've endured, but to seek revenge in this way... Nevertheless, I thank you for confessing to your crimes. Now we can absolve our compadre of the false charges brought against him. Wait a minute. You mean she didn't actually see into the past? You deceived me! If you recall, Theo never explicitly said that Rena or Ladonia had a vision of what happened to Unukalhi. He merely observed they possessed such an ability. Truth be told, it's not even a power that can be controlled at will. Now then, Archambaddon, suppose that's all the proof of innocence you'll need. Let's escort Lebeswa to the hearing and have him repeat his most dramatic confession before the headmistress. I never saw it. The hatred, I mean. How could I have been so blind? We've been friends from childhood. Never for a moment did I question his loyalty.
And yet you berated him all the same.
What a fool I was. How ever did I think I could stand at the forefront of our nation when I was so oblivious to that which was happening under my very nose? Archambaddon, pray do not torture yourself so. Rather, open your heart and allow Haloni's wisdom to set you free. Once you come to see Lebeswa not only as your friend, but as your peer, I promise that both of you will find a way to mend any bonds that have been broken. Of the Fury's love will all men receive, by the balance of her spear will all be set free. You truly believe those words, don't you? Cling to them even when reality does all it can to prove you wrong. I suppose it is that unwavering faith that your friends find so endearing. Now then, it's time for me to put my own faith to the test and face my fate head on. May the Fury have mercy. So, what are we waiting around here for? We have a hearing to attend. I'll meet you two there. There's something I must confirm with the inspector first. And, Ladonia, I cannot shake the feeling that this affair runs far deeper than any of us could have imagined. If you would, please accompany our compadre to his hearing and see to it that nothing goes awry in my absence.
Ladonia, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Did you follow any of that?
Mostly?
Okay, I'll let you do
I mean,
the talking.
we have a confession.
This is
What
true.
more do we need?
Hopefully not us.
I mean, he did a great monologue and everything.
This is true. It was a pretty good monologue. Ah, that organ music.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, Master Eorzea, that I am extremely disappointed that anyone, much less a student of our upstanding establishment, would commit such atrocities. I am truly at a loss for words.
Headmistress Leon, if I may. Do you not find the timing of these confessions to be incredibly convenient? It's as if Master Labassoir here has been coerced into admitting to crimes he himself didn't commit. Let us not rush to condemn a man who may very well be innocent. We must also keep in mind that this incident will have repercussions that extend beyond the scholasticate. Distrust of our church has never been so high. If we were to expel either of one of our prefects, both of whom have strong ties to House Zamel, we will lose any credibility our establishment still has in the eyes of its citizens. To this end, I would propose an alternative plan. We will make a full disclosure of the scandal to the public, together with an announcement that St. Endelum Scholasticate will be temporarily closed. It is past time we pushed for full reformation of the school and its curriculum. And there it is, the confession I've been waiting for.
Confession? Master Bardian, explain yourself.
From the start, I had my suspicions that someone was pulling strings behind the scenes. Someone who had secured a high enough position within the clergy to manipulate the students and the system. I pored through records, closely examining any who fit this description. It was no easy task, but I finally found what I was searching for. And combined with the confession Theomos obtained from Labassoir, I was able to uncover the true culprit. I speak of you, Saturna. I do not call you father, for you are no priest. The documents admitting you into your current position were all forged. You manipulated Tlebaswa into carrying out what you yourself could not. You stirred up discord among the students and fomented the people's distrust of the clergy in the hopes of creating an even greater rift between the people of Ishgard and the clergy, all in the hopes of seeing the scholasticate closed down once and for all. But I don't understand. Why would Father Saturnus seek the ruin of the scholasticate? The answer to that would lie in his past. Over a decade ago, Saturnar graduated top of his class and was welcomed into the ranks of the Holy See. It was there he was assigned work as an expurgator.
Expurgator? What are you talking about? In all my years in the Holy See, I've never heard of such a post.
I would be surprised if you had. Her holy body of decency, a sector that is comprised of a few select individuals, is perhaps the best kept of Ishgard's many secrets. Its existence is known only to a handful of people besides the Archbishop himself. I am impressed, Master Briardian. It would seem your reputation is well deserved. Though I must correct you on one account. I am no expurgator, but rather one of the so-called watchmen, consigned to guard them. That said, we shared a similar fate. Both expurgator and watchman alike were struck from the official records and confined in the bowels of the Holy See, damned to live out our lives in the shadows as pallid husks of the men and women we could have been, all so that someday we might fulfill one task. Where written records were deemed too dangerous, expurgators would serve as living documents, orally passing down our nation's greatest secrets. When the time came for the Archbishop's successor to ascend the throne, we would briefly emerge from our isolation to pass from our mouths to their ears all we knew of Ishgard before sinking back into obscurity. Of course, no highborn man or woman could be condemned to this fate. No, this was a destiny reserved for commoners, orphans with no ties to the world above. 7 hells. So the truth hadn't come to light. You and I.
Men and women forced to sacrifice their own lives, that our nation's darkest secrets might be preserved forever unbeknownst to her people. I can scarce believe my ears.
Mother Saturna, the friend you spoke of. Yes, he was an expurgator. Such anguish did his duties cause him, that he chose death over the wretched excuse for a life. And while a new era is upon us, one that does not condemn the innocent to a life of despair for the sake of one man, does not undo the injustice of 1,000 years. It was to right the wrongs of the past that I escaped that foul dungeon and made my way back to the place where it all began. This twisted institution, the place responsible for stealing the bright futures of young orphans, needs to be closed down for good.
Father Saturnois, Your actions are horrendous, and I can in no way condone them. That said, if there is truth to what you say, perhaps it would be best for us to suspend all lessons until we can reach a consensus on how we might proceed.
Headmaster Sylvan, would not closing down the Scholasticate be akin to evading our responsibility as men and women of the clergy? It is our duty to speak the truth, not to bury it. For too long the people have been fed naught but lies. The time we took the initiative gave them reason to put their faith in us once more. I must agree with the innocent. As I have learned firsthand, we must take care never to abuse our power and privilege, lest we hurt the people closest to us. To keep silent would be to repeat the mistakes of our past. The only way we can move forward is to take responsibility for our actions and make an earnest effort to reach out to those we have wronged. While we may never receive forgiveness, at least we can attempt to atone for any anguish we may have caused those that did not deserve it. If it is true that all men are born equal, as I have heard so many in this room preach time and time again, then all are entitled to know the truth. Let us lead by example and freely share all that we have learned here today. Father Saturnaw, while I cannot pretend to understand your ordeal or soothe the fury that has taken hold in your heart, I can promise you one thing. I swear on Father Crusoe's copy of the Parables of Saint Danaphin that not you, nor any of those who shared your fate will ever again be forgotten. This all was laid bare before the public, the atrocities suffered by expurgator and watchman alike. Way too fast. So it was that a new path was forged that day, one that would see a renewed faith in the church and its teachings, where the citizens would come to learn that all men should be regarded as equal, not only in the eyes of Halone, but also by one another.
Dad, that doesn't even show up in the log.
No, it doesn't.
Bad, S.E., bad!
I know. And we didn't get proper voiceover for it.
No.
I miss him.
Lay?
He was a born detective. He told me that he went to speak with the inspector because he thought it suspicious that Father Saturnaw was pushing so hard to have Arcambottom expelled. Sure enough, it turned out that he was the one pulling the strings all along. Well, I'm glad this ordeal is finally behind us. I cannot help but feel as though we've lost one of our own. Share the same origins as Father Saturnaw, and would have shared the same fate had it not been for you. Rena, Ladonia, thank you for restoring peace to the Scholasticate. You have reminded us that there is a world beyond these doors that relies as much upon us as we do them. You have opened our eyes and shown us destiny is but the choices we make. If we are strong and persevere, I have no doubt we can rebuild the Scholasticate and regain the people's trust. Donia, Rena, now that your work here is done, I suppose the time for farewells is upon us. Will you be departing Ishgard immediately? It's sad to say farewell, but let's send you and the inspector off in style. won't take too long. We have less than an hour before the world ends.
Yeah, and it will end sharply at 11.
Ah, there are my trusted associates. I feared I might not be able to bid you a proper farewell before I left. On behalf of my uncle, allow me to thank you for all your hard work. There's still so much fighting and bickering going on. Couldn't you stay with us for just a bit longer? I fear there are more pressing mysteries that demand my attention. Not to mention a certain young lady in Ul'dah who awaits my return. Oh, another client of yours, I take it? Theo, is your head screwed on backwards? Talking about his... Tactless fools, the both of you. And I suppose you're nothing if not sincere, eh, Theo? And while I'll admit that naivety is one of your more endearing traits, combined with the blunderings of the idiot besides you, it's like as not to bring the Scholastica to ruin. That's why you'll need someone with extensive knowledge of the affairs of the Vishgard, and the proper connections to actually bring about the change you seek. Someone like me. The words of a man looking to steal his way into our dear Theo's heart. Blaze, Lay, it seems you've got competition.
Ow!
Fury take you all. Call me what you will, but Theo would never replace me with anyone, much less a conniving snake like Orcambottom. How refreshing it is to hear such playful banter among my friends. It would seem our worries are finally behind us. Before we celebrate, however, there is one last thing. Blaze, I would like to thank you for your support. Were it not for your meticulous notes and sharp eyes, Ula would still be missing. Donia, Rena, Inspector, words are not enough to express our gratitude. It was only because of you that we were able to unmask the perpetrator and restore peace to our school. Just as Father Trousseau brought you to us in Gorgani Mills, I cannot help but feel Haloni guided you to us in our time of need. We hope to one day repay the kindness you have shown us by rebuilding the Scholasticate. When next you visit, we hope she will have taken her place as the nation's top establishment of higher learning and once again serve to light the people's way back to the halls of Haloni. Our fair nation has seen her fair share of tragedy and turmoil, but I take heart in knowing that there are those such as yourself to watch over her, and see that she does not stray from her course. Till we meet again. And the Scholasticate coat, which really does look good.
Back to School 3. Okay, we have now officially finished the Scholasticate.
Yes. And you were obviously ready to punch things.
Yes. I want to punch things. Let me punch things.
The sad thing is we have not seen anything more of those characters since, including like the little side tidbits in various holidays where they, you know, if you've done certain things, they'll include something for those NPCs. I don't think they've shown up in any of those even.
Nope.
And most notably, Briardian has never shown up again. When they did this, I was kind of thinking, okay, they're going to keep doing occasional mysteries with him, kind of like the Hildebrand stuff, but no, this is the last time we see him. And
who knows what they have planned?
Yeah. I'm a little concerned that they had a few half-formed plans and they skipped them.
Well, part of it is that quests like that actually take a lot of work in writing.
Yes, they do.
Well, I'm on this. There's a one's wings.
I just got in!
And in comparison, because you do it just once and you're done.
Yeah. But I want more. I like these side quests.
Of which, after we finish MSQ with Theron and Rylea, there is a side quest sitting for us on the docks.
Sitting on the dock of the bay?
Yes, actually, it is.
Watching the MSQ roll away?
With his bucket of popcorn.
I see. Okay.
You know of whom I speak.
Oh dear. Yeah, it took me a moment. Oh dear. Is he still sore about not getting invited to the final boss fight?
No, that's a different one.
Why are you here? I guess it does start here, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we want to talk to Unukalhi, who's past the MSQ marker.
Main story. Excuse us, Alice. We'll get back to you someday. She just rolled her eyes at me.
Hello, Unukalhi.
Oh dear. I have two.
Yes, I do too.
I think the first one is going to be the hard mode. Or extreme.
We'll find out. Yeah,
but
that's going to be
over
the
with.
extreme. Let's get it unlocked.
A deific simulacrum. Unukalhi has a gift for you. Please, no, we don't need this gift. I would like you to have this, Warrior of Light. It is an Allagan tombstone, similar to the one we recovered after your victory over Sephiroth. The records contained within describe the goddess at the height of her power, and will enable Azislaw's reality augmentation technologies to generate an idealized simulacrum of Sophia against whom to test your skills. From what I have been able to determine, this formed part of a greater trial intended to test Alag's elite warriors. Quite how it will compare to the challenge presented by the Fiend's tombstone, I cannot say. I suppose there's only one way to be certain. Visit the verification node on Azislaw and witness firsthand what awaited the champions of Eld. If we must. And the last pillar to fall. Unukalhi has a request regarding the final Acon of the Warring Triad. Greetings, Warriors of Light. But one pillar of the Warring Triad remains, Zurvan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories I have uncovered, this monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Mericidian beastmen. These creatures are the key to maintaining Zurvan's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be imprisoned somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location as swiftly as possible, We dare not risk repeating the near disaster we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. As such, your fellow scions have already begun an exhaustive search, but there are several sectors which only you, Kryle, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Azaslaw forthwith and aid the investigations.
Now, do remember, because I've already stated, which beastman serves,
No!
Servan? The centaurs.
I'm a very little brain. Huh.
The centaurs are not what you think the name centaur means.
But we've seen centaurs in, like, deep dungeons.
Yes.
And I think they were even called that.
Yes.
And
they're based on lizards.
Vaguely centaur. Okay. But they were still technically centaurs.
Yes, they were properly technically centaurs, except for the fact that there was no horse involved.
Right.
Well, there's a barding for you.
Indeed. Sky Ruin.
Ah, that would be the... going the wrong way.
You got distracted by glorious birding.
Yes. That would be the first Tyrell Vidral that we fought as a trial.
Right.
Or should
Yep.
I say Thayran and Rylea. The Buttons have not seen him.
Yes.
The Buttons will not see them for
And will not for a long
time.
We're having enough of a struggle just getting to Garabania.
We're getting closer, quest by quest.
Yes. Yes, we are. Because we've got this and Hildebrand left to go.
Uh-huh.
Though we are going to have to make another visit to Azaslaw.
Oh?
After this.
Oh?
Once we defeat Zurvan, what is Unukalhi going to do?
Give us the extreme version.
Yeah, which you have to go to Azaslaw to unlock. So yeah, we have 2 trips to Azaslaw in our future. Just one of them in the very near future and one of them in probably a week.
Yeah, Orca, the Sky Ruin is the colloquial name for Valley Gramanda.
Yeah.
Which was a Tyrell Vidral that, yeah.
Holy cow, that was a fight.
Yes, that was a fight.
Not as bad as some of their others, but you certainly knew you'd been in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And can we please not do Alexandria again?
I'm tempted to just throw you in there until you learn the fight.
It didn't happen in 20 tries the last time around.
You did it the last time around. You succeeded eventually.
Yeah.
We've even got a recording of it.
Eventually is the key word.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that that boss was tuned to practically savage levels. It isn't just you.
Yeah.
The moon's out.
I'd still rather not do it again.
practice makes perfect?
No.
Yeah, that barding was very much referring to Valikamanda, the Sky Ruin.
Yeah.
First up, checking with the verification node.
Activating verification systems. Enlistment program request acknowledged. Awaiting tombstone data. Allagan Tombstone of Divinity. Though it appears to be not more than a simple stone, Unukalhi insists it contains reams of invaluable information gathered by the lost Allagan Empire on the subject of the goddess Sophia. Data processed. Adversary, Warring Triad, Sophia, threat level, extreme. Successful applicants will progress to Elite Squad induction. Families of unsuccessful applicants will receive twice standard death benefits. Cheery. Before initiating this program, Elite Squad applicants must agree to extensive physical Data corrupted. Unable to verify input. Applicant agreement accepted. Activating reality augmentation. Initiating enlistment program. The Empire thanks you for your service. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent applicants. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Let's not and say we didn't.
Everything in balance.
No. There is no balance. There is only fall.
There's only Zul'Van?
Maybe.
Brenna, it's good we got you. The facility has been swarmed by Imperial troops.
Again? By their standards, did we judge them soldiers of the Sixth? I, once more, doth Regula von Hydrus, stretch forth his hand to seize the forbidden fruits of Allag, and once more have our meticulous wards been swept aside like so many cobwebs. Your meddlesome wards were destroyed from within by the pulsating energies of an icon. Nay, put up your weapons and listen. The followers of Zurvan have awakened, and they toil to rouse their master.
The demon's worshippers yet slumbered when we confronted Sophia. Could the tampering with her thralls have been more widespread than we thought?
They shared a common enemy. 'Tis not unthinkable they would seek to free all those the Allagans had imprisoned. Yes, the cage doors are open, and whilst you stand here quibbling over who picked the locks, my soldiers are inside the facility risking their lives and their sanity. They have volunteered to face death to prevent Zurvan's servants from waking him in the fullness of his power. Now, assuming you have at last understood the gravity of the situation, it is time that I rejoined them.
But you cannot hope to succeed. The icon will enslave the minds of any who draw near.
Thus did I seek out those with the power to resist his influence. Aid us, and mayhap my men will not perish in vain. propose an alliance. I have delved into the depths of this place and found its technology wanting. These mechanisms have failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Emperor. They broke after how many years? Twice have you bested me in combat. Will you now lend me that strength and stand against our mutual foe?
'Twas in opposing your reckless schemes that Unukalhi was lost to us. You expect us to simply forgive and forget after that has come before?
I expect you to put aside your emotions and use your better judgment. But of course, I am dealing with savages. I will not stand here and justify the death of the Ice Maiden. We pursued our ideals, and you pursued yours. Such was the result, and mayhap you might consider another point. In these endless clashes, we have all lost comrades dear to us, yet I choose to put aside past grievances and beg your champion's aid, to appeal to your reason. Thou art willing to build a bridge of common purpose on such tremulous foundations. I, too, am hesitant to accept this arrangement, Unukalhi, but the offer has been made to the Warrior of Light, and 'tis their involvement which shall ultimately sway its outcome. I shall abide by Rena and Ladonia's decision.
Zurvan must be stopped.
That's what we're here for.
Keep focus on the target. Then, for better or worse, we shall fight at your side.
Mistress Kryl and I are also resistant to primal influences. We shall aid you where we can. Then let us be on our way.
Come on, Unukalhi! Tell me what I need to punch.
Chat. You need to punch chat.
Bam! Chat
Feel better
punched.
yet? Our companions have already passed through the research facility. We should not lag behind.
Let's do this! They're gonna kick us out because we're in party, aren't we?
Maybe? Or we go straight into this.
The demon stirs.
Like a suckling babe, he feedeth upon the aether siphoned unto him by his thralls. We must needs deprive him of his substance. Then we destroy those devices.
Yeah, these are centaurs. Hold! Witness your soldiers.
Yep. They have turned one against the other. Even half awake, Zurvan corrupts and converts those who enter his aura.
The three of us, then? Rena, Ladonia, Unukalhi. We rush together and each disable a generator. We cannot give them the chance to rally at defense.
There are 4 mechanisms by my count. If I can avoid the icon's miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one. We, all of us, have pledged our lives to... Keep your lives. I would rather you tend to my fallen. Some may yet survive with their minds intact. I know not if my strength will be enough. I'm no champion. The battlefield is no place for uncertainty, boy. Fate has blessed you with a unique talent and an occasion to use it. Do not waste such a gift. We strike. You punched yours, didn't you?
Of course I punched mine. God, Cervantes!
Oh.
Unukalhi! Good shot! Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Not good.
Well,
That's
he is
impressive.
Yeah, he is the Legatus for a reason.
Yes, he is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks bad.
He slumbers once more.
You saved me. Why? I told you, boy. Yours is a gift too precious to waste. A gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable icons. Emperor Varus, he raised me up from the ranks, stood against my detractors. I gladly give my life in his service. You must finish this. Slay these leeches upon our star. Kill them all. Kill Zervan. We must needs withdraw and prepare our assault. At the cost of his very life, the Legatus hath prized open for us a window of opportunity. And we're going to need to clean up all the bodies before our fight.
Okay,
We
I
need
thought
a
that used to be a
maneuvering room.
trial. I guess they changed that. Aranje?
You mean a solo duty?
Yeah.
These wounded soldiers will live, but further battle is beyond them. I have counseled them to remain here until their compatriots arrive to bear them home.
'Tis not often that I dare approach so closely to entities with such entities such as Zervan. That. Let me try that again. That was horrible. 'Tis not often that I dare approach so closely to entities such as Zervan. How sharply I am reminded of the burden we place upon those who are blessed with the echo. I thought Regula a cold, ruthless man, but he shows surprising compassion for his soldiers. And it also seems he placed great trust in his emperor. If Regula could be convinced that technology for containing rivals is fatally flawed, then mayhap Varas can be conceived as well. Oh, I wish. Which one first?
The Curian, the closer one.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me if I show little gratitude for my rescue. It's said that the Emperor and Van Hydrus are childhood friends. Foul fortune that we should be the ones to bring news of his death. The research facility crawls with Zervan's faithful. They will not cease in their efforts to rouse him. If you would honor the Legatus' sacrifice, then you must slaughter those fiends to the last.
We will.
And first, their reason for living. He's dead. Had I only been stronger.
Enough of that. There'll be time for regrets after we rid the world of Zervan. Kryl has the right of it. The demon has fallen back into a torpor for now, but we must act swiftly if Regula's death is to have meaning. The survivors speak of an army of thralls loose in the facility, and we must assume that these followers continue their efforts to awaken the icon.
Let us then concentrate upon diverting them from their task. Mistress Kryl and Master Unukalhi prithee secure the controls to Zervan's shackles, and limit the restoration of his might. Organya Stola and I shall forge ahead, and strike down those thralls as would seek to harry you. Warriors of Light, thine is, as ever, the most perilous duty. Gather to thee thy trusted companions, and extinguish from this realm the fires of the demon himself. Be ready for this?
I might have to go heals just to speed up the timer, don't I?
Maybe.
It's not like
You
we
can try
get much
punching things.
not like we get much experience from this. Unukalhi?
Sadly. The Legatus spoke truly. The thick of battle is no place to question oneself. I will accept any forthcoming duty with certitude, or not at all.
The last pillar of the Warring Triad is set to fall. Let's see this to the end, Rena, Ladonia.
Throw us in, coach.
Let's see if we can do this before we get moved from existence.
Yeah, before we get booted. The fight itself shouldn't take too long. It's a question of how long it takes us to get a party. I'm trying to remember, how long is this fight?
It's actually not that bad. As long as people don't mess up. I'm checking on my
then we're in
tombstone
trouble.
here.
Yes, you do this.
I'm tome scrolling. Maybe I'll figure out the mechanics from this fight. Ooh. I wonder if there's a raid guide up still.
Never. You know those things don't exist. For any expansion but the current one.
Oh, I have to admit, it's the one thing I really hate about Aether PF strats. Because
Yeah.
they just delete the strat information for previous expansions. It's like, stop that! Don't do that! Give a record so that people who come after can figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that didn't work. I moved away from the computer and it did not pop.
Are you also sure you want to do this as Black Mage?
No. But I am.
Okay. Just checking.
It only gets worse from here.
Oh, hello!
It heard the call of the lonely Black Mage.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of that. Part of it is that there are so many competing strats. Unless you're on the JP servers where there's one strat and one strat only and everyone will follow it. Even if there might be a better way to do it.
One day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zerban now.
Well, we have another bun. I am so much used to the extreme version of this.
Yeah.
How long did we spend trying to two-man him?
Ages. Ages.
Yes. Yes. Owie.
Yet, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
And here he comes out of his shackles.
Good and evil, the war eternal.
Sort of. The theme is actually neat. It's not what I'm looking for.
My doubt is fled.
My ley lines.
Your ley lines are right there.
No, they aren't.
Get away from his front!
Just a line. Admittedly, I would hate to be doing this fight under the old timing-based version of Black Mage. There's so many points where you end up waiting and the timer could...
Ow!
Arise above all.
And the front.
Bear witness to my will.
Kill the will fast.
Will?
The will.
Okay, yeah. I was at level... He's down.
Yeah, you do not want that meteor to go off.
No. judgment was infallible, you wouldn't be doing this at all. Sorry, trying to break my monitor isn't going to help.
And stay away from his front. Do take note which buff you have. And
Fire and ice, I assume.
yeah. Out.
There's the wish.
Away from his front. And most of the people actually knew the mechs, so this one actually really smooth. Usually people start face planting hard, and they all left before comms.
Yeah.
I got 2 comms. Woohoo!
Well, very good. Nothing for your humble local black mage.
Incredible as always, Rena Ladonia. Hopefully that will be the last world sees of the likes of Zervan. Every one of his thralls has been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the Warring Triad is complete.
An impossible feat had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula von Hydrus and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have woken far sooner and possessed of far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on the return journey to Gurlimald. 'Tis known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion.
And when next we meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. 'Twas an interesting exchange, nonetheless. They spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varus befriended Regulus in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial powers. 'Tis common knowledge that Regula's rise to legatus was a great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varus's unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior.
Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet, my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the warrior of light's side.
What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up by some arbitrary requirement?
If you knew of the path I walked to reach this place, you would understand why I doubt myself so. Return with me to the Raising Stones, and I shall tell you of it.
Next week. We'll probably have to do it next week, looking at the time. Because it is a huge
It would
info
be
dump.
wise. Maintenance on all worlds will begin shortly. Please log out before the previously announced maintenance start time. Yeah, they are hinting stronger and stronger that get out! What are you still doing here? Go home!
Yeah. But we have travel to do.
Yes,
See if we can,
and it won't take long.
So, do we want to take one last drink at the Forgotten Night, or chance our luck to push to the seventh heaven?
I'd say the seventh heaven. We have 7 minutes.
We're working on it. Go, Ursa! I thought I did really good healing there.
You did. 2 combs worth. Orca and Doodles both had the same idea.
Yeah, well. Back to Ishgard. The last quest we have here is Hildy.
Right. So it's basically finish off what we're doing, come back for Hildy, and then it's on for part 2 of main story.
And if I remember right,
Probably a couple of weeks.
Hildy should take at least one night, if not 2.
Probably. One thing is the grand finale, and that tends to take up a little more time.
Yeah, but I don't believe this one involved a trial or a,
No, we've gone through all of those in this patch. Not sure there's been any real trials or dungeons, trials mostly, associated with Hildebrand from this point on.
there is at least one.
True. Yes, there is at least one trial.
I am surprised you forgot that trial!
I know! After I called that one the first time.
Hush, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Spoil what?
Exactly.
Did we leave some meat out? Is it spoiling?
Oh, that meat might have been your brain.
Maybe. Yeah, that's the 5-minute warning that went by.
So, yeah, no Eureka Orthos for Theron tonight.
No.
Glad he snuck a, run in earlier today. He's now sitting on floor 21.
Oh, okay. I thought you did up to 10 earlier.
I started at 11 and went to 20 boss.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be a little more cautious because every time I was like, yeah, I'm feeling my oats. I'm going to pull wall to wall. Splut.
Nope. Yeah, it's the problem Mark is having in our Sunday game,
Oh no.
which is France 40. He's not making the time he needs to make to have any hope of victory, and every time he tries pushing a little, he starts rolling bad.
Oh no! That does not sound good.
It's good for me.
Okay, we be here.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sit my bun by the fireplace. Get my buns
Yeah,
toasted. We'll be shutting down now all the servers.
I don't think our food's gonna come in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it is going to either.
Yeah, I think it's time to call it a night.
Yeah. Thanks all for coming along. We will be back tomorrow night for actual MSQ with Theron and Rylea. So that'll be fun.
Ooh.
Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and let's see if we can shuffle you over to Caradwin, who looks like he's just
Yeah, everyone have a great night, and we'll see you here tomorrow at 9:30 PDT.
Yay! Night all!